It is the biggest game in English football. Liverpool, Man United at Anfield. Big game for both clubs. I'm here with Cass, Callum, Ty will be joining us, and also Grizz Khan from Football Carnage will be here. Callum from Kopish, welcome. How are you, my friend? How are you feeling? You're coming the underdog in this game, huh? Aren't you? Oh, sorry.
So thanks for having me. For the game, very worried. Very worried.
Is this the first time you're coming as an underdog in this game at Anfield?
Yeah, since Klopp's been there, yeah.
Do you remember our last preview?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
That's why I'm worried. I feel like this might be a little omen. You set me up, innit? Like you got me on there. You know how it works by now.
Little blip, little 1, 2. You know what I mean?
No, I'm worried. Like Klopp came in in 2015, and every season we played at Anfield.
Huh? No,
yeah,
they won their first game only 1-0.
Yeah,
at Anfield.
And even that game, we played Man United off the park, and Rooney just came out of a clutch moment. Since then, I've gone into every game thinking, yeah, we're going to win. I never thought we are going to turn this team over. Last season, I knew we'd turn Man United over. I came out quite early in the season. Even the away game, I was on the terrace, and I said to Terry and the panel at the time, I was like, if you start Ronaldo in that game, we're going to turn you over like 3-4-0 minimum. And I got ridiculed, laughed at. Obviously, the Ronaldo fans went mad on me, and when it happened, everyone was quiet. The Anfield game, once again, I knew we were going to roll them over. The game at the beginning of the season, I thought we would have got a draw, potentially. This one, I'm worried. Being completely honest, I'm worried about Liverpool going into this game.
Cass, look at the smile on his face, man.
I
Cass
know, bro. It makes me sick being here. I'm not going to lie.
Well, like yesterday on Kopish,
Cass, I'm looking at Ty, I'm thinking, what am I doing here? Why have they brought me on here?
Let me add Ty to the thing. Go ahead,
while Ty gets in there and everything, yeah. All I'm gonna say, yeah, it is D-Day today. You know what I mean? Cal, when Grizz joins as well, bit of reinforcements, he'll be here in about 20 minutes. But I'm feeling good. Like, I'm talking about Michael Bublé settings. I'm talking about being comfortable Thanos when he got all the what's it called? All the Infinity Stones. I'm feeling like that right now. Infinity Stone 1, Rashford. Infinity Stone 2, Casemiro. The next one, Varane. The next one, dare I say, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
So let me ask you, you don't feel any worry going into this game at all?
Nope. Why should
Cass is always like this.
Oh,
he's always.
No, I'm not always like this.
No. Since Ten Hag is here, Cass, against Barcelona, he was so confident. Against Man City, on the channel, we did the preview, and he's like, we're winning this. We got this. It doesn't matter who they have. We got Ten Hag. We got Rashford. This Ten Hag guy, the Baldy, oh my God. How can it change?
He's the bald wizard. Get it right.
The bald wizard.
This is why I do this, Mo, even though I'm looking at Uncle Phil today again, but we move. But big up everyone. Am I in the stream, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Big up everyone. Make sure you smash the like, man. I love it. You know why I love doing previews with Cass as well? Because I feel like I'm the more maybe realistic, tame one. I love he just brings the hypeness. You
are Tyro, not maybe.
He brings the hypeness. But you know what,
Excuse
Callum?
me?
You need it. I need the Cass sometimes to match what I do, because some United fans are like, Ty, you playing it down, you're being too cool. Whereas Cass will gas them up, and you need that sometimes. And you know, I'm going into this game. I just come off Trafford Tunnel, so hopefully people came straight over. And I was saying there's no better time for us to be playing Liverpool at the moment. You know, our last win was there, you know, the year after Juan Mata scored the bicycle kick. Rooney 1-0 LVG's last season. We haven't won there in 6-7 years. And, you know, we go to Anfield and I feel like they always score early or they do something to sting the tie. But right now, you look at the signings we've made, and I know people can talk like, you know, the Casemiro, Varane and Martinez. I know it's Varane's second season, but that triangle right there, I call it the Bermuda Triangle. You know, it's famous. Once you get in, you don't get out. And right now, these guys are just leaders. These guys are leaders. They're winners. And like, look at the way, what's impressing me the most, Mo, yeah, and Callum would probably agree. You know, we're not just winning games. You know, when we had Sir Alex Ferguson, which I grew up on, yeah, it wasn't amazing football. People think, you know, it was a sick for United. It was good because you saw the glamorous trophy side of things. But Man United would go 2-0 down, you know, would go 1-0 down and would fight back. This Man United team this year has gone 1-0 down away to Leeds recently. Twice gone down to Barcelona. We've had to fight Man City at home. You know, Man City scoring in the 60th minute. You're thinking they're going to be professionals throughout the game. We're finding ways to win. Yeah, exactly. And but the truth is we still went 1-0 down with 20 minutes to go, Callum. Do you know what I mean? So,
I hear that.
you know, we're finding ways to win in all different types of ways. If we take the lead, I trust our defense and I trust us to score in transition. If we go down 1-0, I'm not thinking we're going to lose. And Cass, it's mad. The game we played the other day against West Ham, 70th minute, I was on the phone to my boy and he goes, Ty, slap £25 on United to win it 7-1. I've done it for him and we come back. But that is the belief we now have as Manchester United fans. Whereas 3, 4, 5 years ago, we were searching for goals. Where are they coming from? This team is a real team. We've got belief. We've got winners in the squad and we've got a manager that is getting his in-game management changes right. And you could then flip it and say, other than Liverpool, which I give them their dues, going to Anfield's not nice. They've got 4 clean sheets in the lead. They have to put a positive on Liverpool with the clean sheet side of things. But we've got a lot more positives going for us than Liverpool. And we go 1-0 up there. I'm so intrigued, Callum, to see what your atmosphere is like if we go 1-0. I
disagree with you, Ty, a little bit. Yes, you have been 11 games without a loss. 11 games without a loss. However, Callum, are we deceived by the Liverpool game with Real Madrid? You had 4 games clean sheets, and they are coming to Anfield. And you're saying you're worried, but 4 games clean sheet, that means the defense has been not bad at all in the Premier League. And you're playing Manchester United, you're not playing Real Madrid. You're playing a team that you should know. You watch week in, week out. The coach can get all the tactics correct. 4 games, clean sheets. Does that not give you a little bit of confidence? Even though these guys are coming in with all the 11 games, we're not losing, we don't lose. Does that not give you a little bit of confidence?
No, it doesn't. And the reason why it doesn't is because this is where I say,
to back you up here, bro.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But you see,
that's good questions. I like it.
No, but this is where stats are so misleading sometimes. It's like, all right, I'll come back to the question, but Salah, for example, 20 GA this season. Salah's having a terrible season though. And I know Liverpool fans will sit there and be like, how can he be having a terrible season when he's on 20? No, but he is, because if I'm going to bring out another stat, he's missed 12 big chances in the league. You even convert half of those, we're in a different situation to what we are now. And he's in a different situation. But the reason why I say the 4 clean sheets thing can't be used as a measuring stick is the Newcastle game, for example, bro, we should have conceded 3 goals in that game. If it's not for Alisson being world class, we concede at least 3 goals in that game. And we probably don't get 3 points. The Chelsea game, it's Chelsea, innit? Who did they score against? They don't even score against themselves. And then the game against Wolves, it's a game we should be getting a clean sheet in. So the Real Madrid game, that for me was our real litmus test, and we failed miserably. And it's not about losing to Real Madrid, because any team in the world can lose to Real Madrid.
It's the manner of the loss.
It's the manner, bro. 2-0 up in 20 minutes. They're there for the taking. We know this isn't the best Real Madrid team, and we capitulate. By the 65th minute, they have scored 5 goals at Anfield, and they've taken their foot well off the gas. If they kept their foot on the gas, we could have been running up a double-figure score potentially. So I look at Man United and I look how devastating Rashford is. I look how devastating they are in transition. I look at how bad we're defensively looking at the moment. I look at how bad we are in the midfield, which is Man United's strong suit at the moment. I can't sit there and be fake with you guys and be like, it's Anfield though, because a pitch is a pitch at the end of the day. If a team's better than another team, yeah, you can have as many people roaring in the background, but they can't fight for you on the pitch. And that midfield area is being so key for us. Every season, like last season, who did you guys start in midfield? It's like Fred and them guys.
Scott McFruno.
Yeah, like you see the games last season, I knew no matter who you guys started in midfield, it was done. I have not got an equalizer to Casemiro right now. I haven't.
Max. I look at it and I look at Liverpool, right, Mo, and what's made them so good over the last few years. It is the work rate combined with obviously some good talent as well, and obviously people that could finish, and obviously the defense. You look at Van Dijk, you look at Trent, they was in their best form. I personally think Robertson is a bit on a demise right now. I think his legs are just not the same as what they have been in the last couple of years. But I look at that midfield area, and when you talk about big games, Mo, midfield is so key. We're going to Anfield with it could be like this. We could set up 2 ways. Bruno could be on the right, and we could cram Sabitzer, Fernandes, and Casemiro in there. Or we could play, Fred, Casemiro, and Bruno in the 10, and then we just still try and dominate that way. Then we're looking at a Bajcetic, we're looking at Fabinho, who's not the same, and we're looking at a Jordan Henderson. Now, that midfield for me does not scream of work rate.
Rewind,
you know what I'm saying?
Say that name again.
The truth is, like the work rate is not there for me. Liverpool is
light. That's a light midfield. Let's be real.
And I'm being truthful. Like if I've got a winner in Casemiro, I've got the legs in Fred, who by the way loves big games. This suits him down to a T. And you've got Bruno, who will get the ball in transition. And we know that running at Liverpool's back four, you can cause chaos. If Man United's midfield don't dominate this game, and it's not even dominate. Do you know what? I'm not even going to say dominate on the ball. Mourinho has always said it. You don't have to dominate by being on the ball. We could be controlled off the ball and hit them and penetrate them the right way. But Cass, surely you're looking at our midfield and thinking this is the time where we're gonna overdo Liverpool of what they've mastered at the last 5 years.
Yeah, maybe. I think we're gonna be pragmatic. Just invite them towards us, and then go get that goal. Then be proactive. You know what I mean? I was seeing on Talksport earlier. Every time now, I hear the words transition, high press. There's like transition used to mean lose the ball, don't lose the ball, and then go again. And then they're saying high press used to be, what's it called? The high press used to be called something different, as in like go attack, go get them, and all that kind of stuff. Like the way apparently new fancy words are coming out for all these for the latest like modern day football language. So, but anyways, none of that. If we go to Anfield, and we draw, I'm gonna be fucking fuming, bro. Let me tell you that for free. I'll be fuming because the amount of times they rolled up at Old Trafford and absolutely washed us. We deserve at least one washing of Anfield. Do you know what I mean? I need that in my life. I need it.
But look at the Man United fans. If you go to Anfield and dominate position, I think you're gonna go and dominate. Liverpool are gonna play exactly.
No, but I don't think so.
You don't want to, but you know that Jurgen Klopp is gonna try to defend. He's gonna learn.
No,
he won the game against Man City by defending and playing counter attack.
No, but we don't play like Man City. The thing is, I think Liverpool want us to dominate the ball anyways, because where can they hit us? See, I'm scared of 2 things. If they play Darwin Núñez, and Salah up front, but like a 4-4-2, then I'm thinking like, oh, Jurgen Klopp's actually got a brain, rather than thinking playing heavy metal. I'm thinking, cool, all they got to do is keep compact, and I think we might be in a little bit of trouble on the counter attack. I've seen it with Palace when we play away. And everything. So we never know what's going to happen. But I think we know Jurgen Klopp by now. He's definitely going for 4-3-3. He got excited by that Wolves win. And he's going to
Wolves win and Konate being back, which I think he should start over Matip, because Matip's not been the same this season.
Is Robertson going to play?
I think Robertson will play. I do think for a big game on the occasion he will play. But Konate's recovery pace is huge. I think when you got Rashford running in behind,
don't need it. We got the big horse up front.
But do you know what it is? Do you know what it is for me, Callum? And I'm intrigued to ask you, but you look at your midfield, and I definitely feel that we're going to probably dominate the ball after the first 15 minutes. You'll have your moments, but I think that our midfield and our way we play will dominate the ball. If you did dominate the ball, I wouldn't be worried, because the one thing for me is that you have no creativity. Fabinho will sit deep. Henderson's not the greatest creative player. He's a workhorse. And Bajcetic, you can't really rely on an 18-year-old to do everything. He's your box-to-box element. So how do you want to see Liverpool come out and play us with your team?
So not 4-3-3 for a start. I would go with a pivot. I'd go with 2 men holding, and then from there, I think I would go with someone. So here's the thing. I would go with someone in the 10. I just don't know who. But the reason I go with someone in the 10, not to necessarily be that creative linchpin or get the ball and run with it. Someone just get on Casemiro's toes, stifle him, stop him getting the ball, or just rattle him. Do something. If it means you gotta barge him in the back early in the game just to let him know he's in a physical game, do that. But let Man United players know it ain't gonna be an easy day. And I think you do that by you pinpointing their bulldog, who is him. And that's what I'd want my number 10 to do. The problem is our number 10s are Firmino or Gakpo. Firmino I could trust to do it, but I can't trust him to do it for more than 60 minutes. Gakpo, I can't trust him at all to be physical or aggressive with Casemiro. But we need someone to be in the number 10. We need to have someone who can transition or change the play direction and the movement and the methodology from the midfielders to the attackers. Because right now, what we're doing is the midfield get the ball, they tippy-tap it around to each other, they give it to Trent and expect Trent to play a long pass down the line to Salah or a long diagonal ball over to Nunes. It's very predictable and it's easy to defend against.
I just think they lack too much creativity, not even that technical players to even bother us. Nunes can pace all he wants for me. They're probably more than likely going to stick him on the left, if anything, right? And then probably play Jota down the middle. I think they'll probably...
I'd actually prefer them to play him on the left. I don't want to see him up front because I don't like his runs in behind.
I don't mind because if they do that up front, the thing what they're going to lack if they do play an attacking mid, then is that link between the striker and the midfield. I don't worry about it then. That means that they're letting up... Someone like Jota or Firmino would worry me a little bit more down the middle for personally because I think Jota can... He's just a little rat, innit? Like, honestly, you just don't know where he's going to pop up sometimes. He just goes missing.
Him. See, me personally, I'm playing Jota on our left and you're right if Wan-Bissaka's playing. Wan-Bissaka likes a player who goes into battle. He likes duels. Jota ain't on that. Jota's on, if you're standing over there, I'm going to stand over here because you're not going to match my run. Because that's what we did at Old Trafford last season. It worked to a T. Wan-Bissaka likes to have a one-on-one duel with his winger. That's his game. He'd love to play against Diaz. He'd love to play against Nunes. Jota ain't on that. Jota's on this. You do your dribbling and tackling crap. I'm going to get into these little pockets of space and I'm going to find space and score a goal. So for me, I'd go Nunes through the middle and Jota from the left.
But Nunes in the middle, is he going to score? Is he going to be as dangerous as he's
being clinical? He's being clinical.
No, is he going to be as dangerous as on the counter from the left? Because we have seen Nunes being very, very dangerous from the left, not from the middle, to be honest. Because Liverpool's model is that the guy that plays in the middle always is the one that creates to the wingers. Always. It's been for the last 7 years. Now you play Nunes there, you lose that completely. Done. That's the problem. Like, you're going to get Salah out of the game if you play a striker like Nunes in the middle that doesn't create for the wingers. You don't see that.
I think Salah's game depends on the application of Trent, if I'm going to be honest. I think a lot's made of Salah's game, but in truth, if you've got a right back who's not willing to underlap or overlap, and you've got a right centre midfielder who is in no man's land a lot of the time, what usually happens to Salah is he's usually left 1-on-3 and isolated. We all know Salah's not the greatest of dribblers, so he's going to try and do something, but likelihood he's going to lose the ball, and then we're going to be hit on a transition because Trent's going to be in a position where he's not able to be defensively. Henderson hasn't got the legs anymore. That's why that side looks so leaky. If Trent is up to overlapping and underlapping, whether he receives the ball or not, that's going to open up space for Salah. If Henderson is brave and willing to actually put his foot on the ball rather than just try this first time cross every time to the back post, then we can start making things happen. But until that happens, we're not going to see the best.
So why do you play Trent this game? What's the
benefit
of play?
Yes. Who are they going to play Milner instead?
Who else is playing, bro?
You're going to play someone defensively.
Gomez.
Someone that will defend.
Gomez injured.
Gomez, for example, just defend.
Gomez injured.
Milner is injured?
Mo, you're not going to play Milner over Trent.
Milner. I can't.
No. Defensively, if you're going to defend for like 70 minutes,
Trent is a better defender than Milner, bro.
Bro, is he? Rashford versus Milner. Is that what you want me to watch on Sunday?
What about Rashford versus Trent? 1-on-1 on that.
We're meant to be cool, bro. You can't expect me to want to watch Rashford versus
Mo.
Milner.
I'm shocked you're asking that question, to be fair. Even though Trent has his deficiencies. I thought we were cool, Mo. I can't lie. Yeah, Trent has his deficiencies.
I saw that question from a lot of people, by the way, asking if we're going to defend, Trent is not the best positionally. Like,
I guarantee I have not seen one Liverpool fan wanting to play Milner.
They don't want to play Milner. They want to find a way. People said, let's play 3 in the back.
This is Man United. This has been Man United's problem. It's so focused on what the other team's going to do rather than what you want to do. This is what Klopp's been doing. I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care what the other manager's doing. And it's probably why he's been failing a lot because he's too busy thinking about what the other team's going to do.
That's only this year. Liverpool always play to their strength. For some reason, Liverpool
they haven't this season though. He's over.
I think Klopp's actually done more what he wants to do, which is being more a bit stubborn, and it's actually backfired.
He's been arrogant. Maybe I don't know, but I just feel like he's just.
Because a lot of people have been calling out Klopp for his stubbornness, and I think he's obviously built up a lot of trust.
Klopp or pet lenders? I do wonder.
Maybe it's the year that Klopp's actually realised, okay, I've trusted you a bit too much, and this is why I need reinforcements. But do you know what's funny? Because I wanted to bring up a battle. We're talking about Jules and Trafford Tunnel, right? And we were saying about, the Wan-Bissaka one, which he's going to come up against Jota or Nunes, and obviously the back post stuff and stuff like that. But I think Wan-Bissaka suited to this game. Do you know where I'm interested, Callum, as well? is on your left side with Robertson, which I think will start with Tsimikas. And if we go with like Bruno on the right or Anthony, but I actually want us to go with Anthony because when I look at us going to Anfield, right, there is moments in the game where it does become a bit frantic, a bit end to end. Anthony gives us ball retention. He gives us balance. And one thing he does do is he works hard. When Robertson's coming forward and you guys are attacking, Anthony will be there. But also, when we get the ball in transition, Anthony's then able to run the other way. And I just feel like for Man United, if we want to get some joy out of this game, I think he could be a very interesting factor. I know people have been doubting him, 80 million we spent, that's the price money.
He's playing well lately though, man.
Yeah, he's actually been holding it down lately. And I think, his goal against Barcelona has given him confidence. He played in the cup final. And I just think him having that width and hugging that touchline and working hard could be an area that we could exploit, because what he would do, if he's going to bring Van Dijk over, he's probably going to play left centre-back. And that will give us space in the pockets, like Bruno, Weghorst to drop in, and little movements like that. I do think there's going to be a few interesting matchups. And I think Anthony versus Robertson is one that could really go under the radar and we could get some joy from.
I completely agree. I want to be clear. I rate Robertson extremely highly. Like, I think he's criminally underrated by a lot of sections of fans outside of Liverpool. That being said, Anthony is not the type of player I want playing against Robertson at the moment. Not because I don't even rate Anthony that highly. I'm not even just saying that because he's a United player. Sorry, I just don't rate him that highly. The problem is Robbo has that switch in him where he can get frustrated and give away silly free kicks.
Silly fouls. Yep.
Anthony's the sort of player that can draw that out of you. Tsimikas for me would be better suited to this game because of that. Because Tsimikas don't really get involved with silly stuff like that. Plus, Tsimikas is he's not as good as Robbo defensively, but going forward the other way, he's way better in terms of a delivery.
So, can I ask you a direct question? Are you starting Tsimikas over Robertson?
I would, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Not because I don't rate Robbo. I just think going forward at the moment, his final ball is lacking, or he's too predictable going forward. We all know he wants to get back on his left foot, especially if we're going to go Nunes through the middle. I want someone who can give us good delivery from the wide areas and variety of delivery as well.
That's why this is where Anthony comes into play, because of his work rate and how he just keeps with the left back all game long. That's what I don't mind. That's why I don't think we should be playing Bruno on the right. If we play Bruno on the right, I can't lie, I'll be annoyed, because I know what's going to happen. Bruno's going to go.
Are you saying you want Anthony like me then, Cass?
Yeah, I want Anthony first, because I'd rather switch up, because then I know Weghorst will go to 10, then Rashford will go up front, and then he'll probably play Sancho or something on the left, something along those lines. Garnacho won't play. He'll come off the bench. We need that first goal. That first goal is so crucial, because if it's one goal against Liverpool, it's game over. It is actually game over, because the longer the time goes on, you lot are going to have to attack. And that's when your Garnachos come on, and all these players, Rashford goes up front. And them long balls from Bruno, dare I say, man, it's a long day, man. Honestly, it really is.
I want to go back. Sorry, Cass. I want to go. Go ahead. Finish. I thought you were done.
Nah, I just don't think they can afford it. Liverpool, obviously, like any team, need to score first. But I'm saying in terms of just a mental battle, if Man United do go forward 1-0, I just don't see any way back.
We silence the crowd, because the biggest thing they've got going for them is that 12th man that they will have, and scoring first.
Yeah, the 12th man, that myth this season, whatever, man, it's not happening. It's like Old Trafford. Like I said against West Brom, bro, that loss killed Old Trafford for whatever it was. That fortress, that thing went. That whole scenario went. This is what I feel for Liverpool right now. They'll be buzzing for the first 20 minutes without a shadow of a doubt. Facts.
I want to go back to what Callum said. Callum, the fact that you said you want to start Tsimikas over Robertson, and you said that Trent is your best option at the moment. The language that Liverpool are choosing right now in talking about their players, I want to talk in general. What do you think happened to all of these players in 1 year, like 6 months? Did that change a lot? Like last year, this would not be even a question. Robertson is definitely the starter. Jordan Henderson is on the top of his game. We're talking about 5-6 players. Salah, look at the way you talk about Salah now. I want to get your general thoughts about what happened. 6 months, what happened to these players?
Arrogance amongst the board, manager and coaching staff, loyalty or over loyalty to players and systems, and tactical inflexibility. The fact that we went through 2020, the summer of 2021, we only signed one senior player. Then we signed Diaz in the January, almost won or I won't say almost, actually. We won 2/4 of a quad. Then this summer, instead of signing 3 ready-made players, we signed 3 project players, only one of which had any real European experience. It's negligent. And then you're looking at relying on the same group of players who have been doing it year in, year out. These are human beings who have been burnt out. And the fact that we played Real Madrid and 8 of our starting 11 was the same 8 that started against Real Madrid in the 2018 final 5 years later, it's negligent. It's really negligent. Then you look at the flexibility of tactics, like the fact that Ty and Kaz can sit here and be like, I know Liverpool are playing a 4-3-3. That's embarrassing to hear that. Like anytime I do a preview, all I hear is, but we know you're playing a 4-3-3, Kaz. So what's the point of saying you're going to play a pivot or anything? And it's like, I get it. It's annoying, but this is why I'm like, it's arrogance amongst the coaching lot that they feel as though no matter what or who we play, we can just play the same formation. Pep doesn't do it. Pochettino at his peak didn't do it. Fergie didn't do it. All these great managers, Mourinho, there's times where you got to switch to 3 at the back. There's times where you go 4 at the back. There's times where you go 4 in the midfield. There's times where you go 3 in the midfield. You have to play for what the situation is, the opposition, and your form and the personnel. The fact that we're asking players like Henderson to do stuff he was doing 3-4 years ago when he can't do it anymore is negligent. The fact that we're looking at Trent to be our most creative player from the right back position is negligent. The fact that we're asking Salah to play every single game of every single season without having anyone there who can say, yeah, if Salah has a bad 3 or 4 games, I'm going to step in and take this position. It's negligent. And this is where we've come to now. And this is why we are where we are. The fact that Klopp is sitting there and playing players who, quite frankly, can have 6-7 bad games and not get dropped is embarrassing.
Do you think it's time to change? Do you think it's time to change?
Sorry, yeah, go on, Mo.
Do you think it's time to change?
No.
All that what he said is about this stubbornness and the way.
Yeah, but he has to change his mentality. He has to change his mentality. We can't lose Klopp before we get new owners. That would be criminal.
I just see Wenger 2.0, bro. Right now, I see.
No, he does. He does move like Wenger, but we have owners who don't care about the position of the club. We have owners who go, it's top 4. Anything more than that, happy days. Anything less, we need to get back in the top 4. So we can't lose Klopp because we ain't gonna get anyone better.
I think you can. You know what it is? I think it's a little bit of look. No matter what happens to Liverpool Football Club, Big up Grizz. He's joining the stream in a sec, I suppose. But no matter what happens, the club moves on. You will find someone good, and there will be a period where Liverpool look like they're good again. There will be that period. Football works its way in circles.
Not sustain though. We ain't gonna get another Klopp.
You don't know that,
with these owners, bro.
Oh, with the owners, you know, man, what manager you get in with the. But look, we're under Glazer ownership, and then look at what Ten Hag's kind of steadied the ship.
I was literally about to say, do you know what I mean?
No, it's too different. Let me jump in real quick.
Go.
This is why I say it's so different. Because again, I'm not gonna get into the whole Glazers thing because I don't know the Glazers like you guys will know the Glazers.
But worse than your owners.
There's 2 aspects to running a football club. There's the on-pitch stuff and there's the off-pitch stuff. FSG off-pitch, magical. Best in the business, without shadow of a doubt. We don't have to cook books. We don't have to do nothing. Revenue's mad. And it's all done the right way. You see on the pitch, this is where you lot will get money to spend on the pitch. Ten Hag got, 200 odd mil in the summer? Klopp won't get that on the pitch. He'll get all the stuff off the pitch. We'll release LeBron stuff today and all that. Like, that's all brilliant for commercial. But you see, when I need players to come into this team ready-made, you guys will get that. You guys will go and get a Casemiro. Unfortunately, Liverpool can't get that. So if we don't have Klopp, who is the equalizer and has been the equalizer to your Guardiolas, the Chelsea money, the Man United money, we've lost a massive commodity. Like, there's a reason we're competing with those teams when not spending that sort of money.
Do you know what, Callum, though? I think, and I know Mo's going to introduce Grizz in a sec. I do agree with you in terms of, obviously, you need that reinvestment to go back into the club in terms of getting big players, because we look at it, right? At the start of the season, you know me, I was saying top 6 for Man United. I want to see better football first. If we take a domestic cup, I'm cool. I'm happy with that. What I've seen Ten Hag do in his first season, obviously bringing 4 or 5 players, some that have been more expensive, some like the Molasses and Ericssons, you know, combined that's 30 million for 2 players, but they've all added something to the squad. Now, since Klopp has been in charge, You gave him that time to build his team, and he spent some money and got in the Sadio Manes and Salahs and so forth. This is the first time we're looking at a real sort of Liverpool blip where we're saying, right, this is a consistent blip now. 8 months ago, quadruple hopes. Now we're seeing after 25 games in the league, they're up and down. If you can take anything from Ten Hag, it's maybe, the board could say, you know what, this is the first time we actually see that we really need to invest. And if you go out and do get 4 players, say 4 players that really do improve the squad, 2 midfielders, another maybe right-handed right side forward to help with Salah, and then you go and get like another competent right back because Calvin Ramsey's been injured all year. You're then sort of like maybe saying, okay, this squad is maybe heading a little bit more in a 100%. Different direction. But it's whether your club will do that. But I do believe that this is the first time under Klopp that with this rebuild now needed, this is where the board need to say, do you know what? Maybe we need to see what Ten Hag's done and just say, get him 4 players because that can get the whole squad going again. Because like you said, 8 out of the 11 players playing in that game 5 years ago against Real Madrid starting 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know that. And that's startling. So if the owners can't recognize it now, then yes, I do really feel sorry for you. But if the owners really want to have anything to say with Liverpool and want to see you get back to where you are, then them 4 or 5 players just spending one big summer, not even always £60 million players, but some £20 million players, a couple of £50 million players can change it. But yeah, Mo, I'll let you bring in Grizz.
Yeah, Grizz, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, Grizz. Absolutely. The Grizz himself, they talked a lot before I can introduce
wait, Grizz, wait, one sec. Lift up your right hand quick. This one. Brother got 2 watches on. He's stunning on us,
No. It's just
Godfather you're talking.
What are you saying, man? Pleasure, man. You don't have to thank me, man.
Thank you for coming on, brother.
It's a family affair, man. When I see your face, it's a family affair. You know what I mean? It ain't no
front line and that.
Man. Yeah, it's a family thing, man. Of course, Cal, what's going on?
Come on, my bro. Guys, I'm going to shoot.
Question yeah. Thank you, Callum, for being here.
Callum, thank you for coming on, bro.
Do you have a quick question for me, or are you good with me shooting?
Yeah, it's a question for the Liverpool player. The super chat from V2 is saying,
okay, I'll answer it quick then.
Robbie leaving on a free announced by Fabrizio. Thoughts on us holding onto players for too long, letting them go for free and complaining about funds each window. Origi, Bobby, Gini Wijnaldum, Naby, Milner soon. This is just, is that something you guys wanted Firmino to renew, or it is what it is?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked this, Callum. Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
I wish I'd cut out sooner now. Bobby's my favourite player, innit? But I do understand that it's time where we need to start refreshing, and that means players are going to have to leave. I will say this, the amount of free players we're letting leave over the last couple of years has been really bad. It just strikes me as poor planning and trying to hold on to players until the last minute, when for me you kind of got to let a player know unless you've got a year left on your contract, then we've got to move you on because of the way the model is. But at the same time, there should still be a bit more funds there for the manager to spend if he wants it, but also the manager has to be less stubborn in his approach. You can't always get your first choice. If you can't get your first choice, move on to someone else. You guys didn't get Frankie de Jong, you got Casemiro, you're still laughing.
That was a blip in the matrix, to be honest. You know where that money came from? Credit. Not even from anywhere else. It was a credit. We might be absolutely ruined come this summer, by the way.
I hope you are. But no, boys, absolute pleasure.
Yeah, Grizz, Callum, big up, man. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Kopish down below, man. Big up, Callum.
Yeah, man. It's like subbing Henderson out for...
Yeah. We're
now let's talk to Mr. Grizz himself, the guy that knows the insides of everything.
We look doing, man.
Luis Diaz has just come back from injury. Grizz, let's go.
we look doing too, man. You people, look at you, man. Big smiles on your faces. Had nice dinners Friday night, chilling. And you thought, yeah, man, let's bully some Liverpool fans, man, all day and night. You know what I mean? I've been catching streams of you guys just bullying Liverpool, like, and
Tottenham.
It's been a while since you guys.
It's this guy. I promise you, it's this guy. He brings Liverpool fans to just laugh.
But I rate it because listen, I keep saying when good times come, cherish them. You can't always be on a moany thing, because what's your life then if you're always going to be moaning and always thinking about the worst? So when good times come and you just won a cup, you're in all competitions and you're looking nice, It's positive. Cherish these moments. I keep telling Liverpool fans, when we were winning things and you were like, oh, what happens next year when this happens? And then what happens next year? You've been doing it for 6 years and you guys making out you predicted this doom and gloom. Get the fuck out of here. You can't be saying every year, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? We've had 6 years of nice, won every trophy. Now we have to start again. It's no problem. It's minor. It happens. Man United, what? 6 years? Do you won a trophy after 7 years?
Yeah. 6 years now.
2017.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's coincided. The football's cyclical, man. Football's cyclical. Institutions are cyclical. Nothing lasts forever. If you didn't enjoy it, you're fucked now, innit, Liverpool fans? I enjoyed my good times. Now I have to take it, roll with the bad times and hope to come through. So Man United fans have every right to have chest. Of course, it's banter, it's rivalry, it's mad, it's jokes. But Man United in a good place. Man United in a good place.
Like the ones that like to get personal, though, you know what I mean? There are a fair few. I can name names. I'm not going to do it, obviously. But I'm saying there's a fair few that get personal. That's what I don't like. Towards players, towards content creators, personal. Not a football. It's not a footballing opinion no more. It goes beyond the.
Do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. I mean, man. It's because social media is so big now, and there's so many platforms to just giving your opinion, and what no one can stop you. Because what is this? Freedom of expression, and freedom of right. You can say what you want, how you want, when you want. And there's no repercussions from it.
Yeah, so, do you know what? Because it's mad. I was saying on the calling show, actually, funny with Mo the other day, we had Ollie on, who's an Arsenal fan. He's a bit older than me, but I was saying everyone's got a voice now, because when you look at it, I remember checking teletext and I was waiting for my team to flash up on the scores when someone scored. And I used to see V Nistelrooy and I was like, oh, United are winning. There was no way for me to discuss anything. I had to go into school the next day and whatnot to discuss football. And my opinion was just with my friends, and that's it. But now everyone's got a voice. But, you know, like Cass is saying, we're all here, football content creators, rivals of teams, and we all love each other. You know, guys see us bantering, but it's love affair all the time. But Grizz, I'm not here to have another affair, bro. As much as I love you, we've got to talk football. Sip the drink, man. We got
you know what Grizz is doing right now. Yeah,
I'm just having some water, man. I'm just having.
You know what he's doing? Yeah, I've seen it on Big Six. I've seen it on his channel. I've seen it with Saeed. He does this thing where he does his merry-go-round thing. Yeah, he'll come out when he needs to, and then when everything's against him. His back.
Wallahi, this is my 4th stream today. Yeah,
he will move it to another subject.
Kaz, I went Juma, and since Juma, I've just been sat, right? And I've just been doing stream after stream and getting blasted and grilled. I have zero energy and appetite, right? Check this out. Saeed just done a thing, yeah? And he done a nasty one on me, yeah? He told me, no, we're going to do rivals talk, usual chat about the Premier, yeah? And then you know what he done? He pulled up a screen and he goes, yo, we're going to do a combined 11, you know, right now. Now, which motherfucking Liverpool player is going to get into a combined 11 right now?
Oh, wow.
He done me dirty. He made me sit there for an hour picking every single United player. He gave me Salah, and he just about gave me Alisson.
He copied me. That's what I did. I done that on my post on Twitter, right? And Instagram.
And actually, I bullied him into giving me Nunes as well up front.
Yeah, over Workhorse, which I can understand. Do you know what?
You got 3 players, Grizz. You got 3 players.
Bro, alhamdulillah, bruv. I was like, bro.
Yes,
my prayers work, man. I got 3 players, man. So listen.
Let me ask you the question. Let me ask you the question that I ask every Liverpool fan, because this is very strange to me. Is that the first game you witnessed in Klopp's era where you are underdog in this game, or you still think you're underdog?
I wanted to ask the same thing.
In the Klopp era,
yeah,
I think there was one game. Yeah, pretty much actually. Not even that game, because I remember. You guys beat us with a
Wayne Rooney. That's the only one.
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0.
At Anfield. Yeah, that's the only one. The first Klopp game at Anfield against Man United. The first.
That's it. Yeah. If you think about it, this is the only one where I've been saying it. Life's different.
Do you think this is just a blip like the 2021 season, Grizz? And Klopp came. Okay, last year you were competing on all fronts, quad, you talked, and 2021 you barely made it to the top 4 in the last 2 games. Yes, you were 3rd, but during the whole season, you remember the struggle after Van Dijk's injury and getting
I hear your question. This is a different situation, so I'm gonna be real as I can. That situation, and people already know that unfortunate enough to follow me on platforms already know that season was a madness, and I said we're going to come back. That's where the big dogs catchphrase came out. I said the big dogs are going to be back next season and we're going to come hard. And look how hard we came next season.
Pause.
Yeah. Okay, but man, come on, this is a grown-up show, man. We ain't in that, you know what I mean?
I'm not that grown up yet. I've hung around with Daps too much.
No, that's this is not one of those where we're going to pause every second, man, because people got the brains are in the gutter, man. We're adults here, man. But look, we're going to come back really strong, and we did. Look how strong we came back. This one, Mo, your question, I get it. And even though I'm confident, personally, I can absolutely understand why majority of the fan base or some of the fan base or especially other fan bases will say, yo, this is different, you don't need a whole new midfield, you don't need centre backs, Klopp looks dead, it's been 7 years, curse and all that. I get it. He hasn't got proof. I haven't got proof, evidence of him rebuilding his own team. So yeah, even though he's done a magnificent job at Mainz, magnificent job at Dortmund, magnificent job at Liverpool. Now he needs to rebuild Liverpool. He's never done that at his previous club. Yes, I personally do right now, because of the kind of decisions that are being made behind the scenes. And obviously, I'm not going to discuss them all on here. I'm going to save some for my channel. But there are things happening behind the scenes that I feel as though I'm privy to that I'm okay with. So let's see how it goes. But if you want me to sit here convinced and tell you, yeah, like I did in 2021, like we're back, bruv. I told Big Six, I said, big dogs are back next season. Watch us. And we nearly won it all. That's how hard as I said, strong we came back. This time round, I haven't got that same energy because you're right. It is a bit anxious. It's a bit unknown territory for Klopp and us as Liverpool fans because we just don't know. We don't know.
This is the thing. This is why I think it's perfect timing coming into it. As a Man United fan, I look at this game and obviously, yes, it's Anfield. Yes, it's Liverpool. We don't have a great record there. But, like I said to you earlier, Mo, the way we're winning games in all different ways, coming back, going ahead. We've got that triangle base there of winners. 3-4 signings can change it. The Martinez, Varane, Casemiro base there. We've got our midfield, which I actually do believe will dominate Liverpool's midfield. We said they're going to struggle creativity. They're probably going to want to sit back because they can't really do much on the ball. Henderson, Bajcetic, Fabinho, they're not them type of players. We are going to have a lot of the ball, I think, after the first 20 minutes. I do believe that we've got, enough strength and numbers in attack to cause them problems. And not even with the first 11. Rashford goes up top, Garnacho or Sancho comes on. We have got options. When you look at a big game and you look at what can decide big games, it's small margins. Small margins such as obviously taking your chances, which any team's got to do. Substitutes. Tactically, Ten Hag is shown multiple times this season that tactically he can change things in the game, during the game, half-time. Klopp's
20 goals. 20 goals that come from our substitutions.
20 goals that come from our subs, exactly. Klopp's already shown that he's pretty stubborn to his ways and Liverpool fans are not enjoying it. So when you look at all the filters, if you go through pros and cons, there's much more pros to Manchester United than there is Liverpool. It's just about us actually turning up and getting the job done because ultimately, this is the most confident I've been going to Anfield. I'm not going to sit and shout on here and say, yeah, we're winning. It's going to be easy because I know it's not because it's still 11 humans. But a lot of things point into our favour. We've got to turn out and just get our job done. The only positive for Grizz that I think Liverpool fans can hold on to is that, okay, Salah might have scored midweek, but they've kept 4 clean sheets in the league. Yeah, the opposition hasn't been great or they've had 10 men against Newcastle and stuff like that. But you only can beat who you can beat in front of you. And Konate back might be a big plus for them. But you look at everything and Cass, we've got everything going in our favour going into this.
Bro, we rested just about everybody against West Ham and still beat West Ham. I suppose that was down to half-time or substitutions again.
Yeah, but again, Ten Hag
and everything. But we rested just about everyone, which I like, knowing that we've had loads of games. Liverpool don't... This is the first time I said they just don't scare me, man, because I'm just thinking, where's the creative outlet for me?
Yeah,
that's going to be getting the in behind for your Nunes or even Salah, to be fair. Because I've always known Salah to be on the end of things. He will create things when he did have your Manes and stuff, but that's gone. Salah's at the age now where it should be happening for him to do what he does best, which is score goals. And I just don't know how. I just know Henderson's starting. And until that man starts and gets off the pitch, then things may change. But I just don't believe that Henderson can just do whatever he used to do. Sometimes I think Klopp's only got him on the pitch because he needs a leader somewhere to do all the shouting and everything for him to get out of the pitch. But when I saw that man's head go down even against Real Madrid, I know there's some sort of issue. We need to get that first goal so
Quick
The
goal
issue,
is-
the
Or
issue,
it might turn into a Chelsea versus Liverpool Anfield game. Boring.
the issue is Jordan Henderson. I don't think there's any issue like in terms of his attitude or he
Never.
wants to play for Liverpool. It's just he can't do it.
Yeah.
He can't run.
That's
In
it.
one
You know what I mean?
year,
He can't
just
run.
1 year.
He can't-
You-
yeah,
you're
it
telling me
happens,
that's
man.
him.
Yeah. Fernando Torres fell off in 1 year. So many players have fallen off in 1 year. A lot of Man United ex-players fell off in 1 year. Liverpool players, you
Isn't
can
it
fall off.
surprising, Grizz, that it's him, Fabinho, a lot of Matip as
No,
well. have been
Fabinho
making
is the
mistakes.
most mind-boggling one I've ever
Yes.
known. I think.
Fabinho is the biggest fall off for me personally. Henderson's been falling off slowly for 2 seasons now. And Virgil van Dijk said something, man, the other day. And sometimes we ignore that they're humans, man. We just think they're robots.
Mm.
Virgil van Dijk said, I was out for a year. People forget that, like out for a whole 12 months. Then I came back and I played every single game. And then I went with the shortest preseason to the World Cup, played every single game for my country as well. And I've come back with no rest. He goes, I feel shattered and battered, man, physically, mentally. It's a madness, man. Like we always talk about, we go to work and we think, yeah, I need a break. We can't wait for our next holiday.
Mm.
We go to work and we say, okay, weekend's going to come. At least we're going to chill weekend. Imagine non-stop, no rest. You know what I mean? High intensity and playing in every competition and every game. It took a lot out of him, man. 12 months being out. People usually say, people in the medical industry, I've got a couple of people that, doctors and whatever, my friends, they usually say that how long it takes to player to get back to his level is how long he's been out for. They go, that's the basic formula they use.
So
if someone's been out for 6 months, it normally takes him 6 months to get back to his best. 3 months back to his best. 3 weeks, 3 weeks.
How long has Van Dijk been out for? No, I mean, been back for now.
Yeah, Van Dijk is coming, like now it was a year. So he came back last, shit, I can't remember now.
Was that March, April?
I can't remember top of my head, but you know what I mean? Give or take a couple of months here and there. I think at the top of my head, it's about now. And look, I personally don't ever think he's going to get back to those levels. I've been open about it. There's no harm, man. He's my legend. He's my king. He's the one who changed the club, obviously with others, but like he was the figure that changed the whole fortune.
Like our Casemiro, basically.
Casemiro, Varane, yeah. So it's no harm in saying that, or speaking your opinion. I would never think. I think he's never going to reach dumb elite levels, but last couple of games, he's been much better, and that gives me a little bit of hope.
That's why I said that I think coming into the game, the clean sheets is like something positive you can take into the game. However, when I look at it, Grizz, your best midfielder right now is the 18-year-old. And you know what? Fair play for him to stepping up at the moment. I like what I'm seeing, but there's a lot of pressure obviously on him because the shoulders of Henderson and Fabinho, Carvalho and Elliott are not quite cutting it. I want to see from your side, yeah, and obviously I know we've got
destruction and absolute meltdowns.
Well, obviously we've seen the Liverpool game where they've got some harsh lessons, obviously, from that game, and they're going to carry it into this game. However, with Man United, you've seen us win in different ways. Like I said, you've got Anthony who can pop up, you've got Rashford who's on the form of his life, you've got Sancho, Bruno, where, of course, despite not scoring, he's creating little opportunities for others. I feel like we're going into this game and we will get chances to score goals. I'm not saying that Salah, Gakpo, and Núñez can't do that, or Jota if he plays, because I think it's a workhorse. They can score goals. However, how do you beat us? Because I just don't see how the ball gets to them in them areas to beat us. Whereas I feel like with Casemiro, Freddie's a big game player, Sabitzer, Bruno, there is quality to find them players in the final third. I don't see how you score many goals against us to win this game, because we are scoring. So basically, to win this game, you've got to score 2 or more. And I'm thinking, how do they get the ball to them? So I want to see from a tactical side how you think you guys get on the ball and get them chances, and Monts as well. Big up, Monts.
Hey, hi, Monts. Hey, yes. How are you feeling this week? You've been really ill this week, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been ill, bro.
Big up Monts. But
I want to see from your side tactically.
The way you're rattling off those names, no chance. The way you're rattling off those names and the way you're speaking about them, it's a long evening or afternoon, whatever the case may be. 4:30 kickoff. I hear you. If you look on paper, Bajetic, Henderson, and Fabinho, there's not an ounce of creativity there. I hear you. I'm with you. I'm following you. I agree with you.
There's a but somewhere.
There's always a but. There's always a but, because football, we already know, all of us know, ain't played on paper. Man City came to Anfield, were clear favourites. Napoli came. Mo, remember we done the Eurostar show? We were like, Napoli's flying, bro. This is going to be a long night for them. Ajax even came with cocky. I don't know. I was with Ajax TV and they were like, we're so confident of coming to Anfield. Whatever. The only consolation I've got or confidence I've got is Trent looked much better, as I've said. Robertson was rested. It's going to have to come from our fullbacks. Our creativity is going to have to come from our fullbacks. And if that's going to happen, we're going to have to be brave, because that's going to mean Trent helping out Salah, which is going to mean him vacating space for Rashford. And on the other side, if you play Anthony, Robertson's going to have to take him backwards. Anthony ain't the strongest going backwards. If you play Anthony, I personally think you're probably going to play Bruno.
I disagree.
I think Anthony's a good workhorse, man.
That's why I like Anthony, and that's why I want to keep the shape. That's why I think he's the
Callum actually just said Callum
only one that can
doesn't want us to play Anthony.
I want you to play Anthony. I think Anthony's a work. I think Anthony gives me personally Elliot vibes, where he's working hard. You see him running. He's doing a lot of leg work. He's trying to cover many positions. He's not actually doing much.
I think he'll rattle people.
Physically, yeah. Rattling's different, but Robertson, king of rattling, man. You ain't gonna out rattle Robertson. He's the shit house that everyone loves to hate. Every team has that rat, and he's our rat.
Yeah, like Bruno, isn't it?
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, exactly. But so I think our creativity is gonna be. I think our formula is gonna be very, very basic, because he hasn't got the personnel or the midfield to be anything else. It's going to be fullbacks. It's going to be Fabinho, Henderson, and Bajcetic, almost like a protection thing. And then the front three, wherever three it is, going to have to wait for moments. And that's the way it goes. And if
that's
you guys,
mad. Liverpool, it's scary and also refreshing. You're like talking about Liverpool, a team that's dominated in the last 4 or 5 years with City, and it's like, you're waiting for moments. Me and Cass don't feel like we've got to wait. Do you see what the difference?
Okay, yeah, I hear you. But when I say waiting for a moment, it's a figure of speech. I think we're going to have a game plan, and it's going to be Trent, as I said, Trent and Robertson, especially because your strength is going to be down flanks, more so Rashford.
Sure.
I think we're going to push up. I know everyone thinks we're going to play deep, but if you play Weghorst, I think we're going to push up, and we're going to try to squeeze the play as much as we can. And look, what's his name? Varane, Martinez, and Shaw have been outstanding. Shaw, for me, has been one of the best players of the season. I think he's gone under the radar. I don't know. Man United fans probably big him up. But outside Man United fans, I think Shaw has been immaculate. You put him centre back, immaculate. You put him left back, immaculate. But that guy Salah, man, he doesn't have to do kick-ups or drag-backs or pirouettes, man. He's an efficiency monster. And against you guys, he's got quite the knack of scoring goals. And, you know what I mean? Nunes is in good form. Salah's not in great form, but the numbers are there. And then it's Jota and Gakpo. I think I would go Jota, personally. But that's it, man. That's realistically our game plan. If anyone's going to tell you otherwise, that's up to them. I don't see the creativity. I agree with you. But I'm hoping that the midfield can protect the fullbacks when they go. That's where we've been lacking. Our midfield haven't been able to protect the fullbacks, which meant the fullbacks haven't been as adventurous as they normally are. I think with the confidence that we've been gaining in the last 4 or 5 games, I think apart from the Madrid one, I think we will have the confidence to push our fullbacks forward and hope that the midfielders can match you guys. That's our game plan straight up.
I know. I think, you know what we should just do? Just absolutely kill that midfield. Just play inverted. Don't even think we need to even have them out wide. Wan-Bissaka and Luke should just tuck in a little bit. What do you think, Monts? What do you say?
First of all, I do think that this does feel like a derby to me. Very much has a derby sort of vibe to it. So even though Man U are the clear favourites,
always is a derby.
This is always massive. In fact, this takes me back to a couple of years ago when we were heading to Old Trafford and we won 4-2, and everyone was saying that game we would get smashed. You know, I was down Cabback, William, playing in defence. What was it? Maybe it might have been Nat Phillips. And, you know, Salah gets the goal at the end. He gets the goal at the end. I believe you guys scored first that game as well. I think if we can replicate that sort of form and against the run of play, sort of just pull it out of the bag, which I think is very much possible, then there is a victory there, especially being at home. My issue is Rashford. He's just inevitable right now. And if you can't ignore what Rashford's doing, you just can't. So therefore, for me, I still see this game kind of maybe being a draw. I'm looking at 1-1. Do I think we could definitely win the game? 100%. But it's more, as Grizz said, it's probably a game plan with moments for us. Whereas if you guys, there's more of a spine, there's more of a togetherness. I think Casemiro could be the key component. I mean, Fabinho versus Casemiro would have been a brilliant battle maybe last year, maybe the year before that. But now I think it is a bit of a mismatch. In fact, it's very much a complete mismatch. You're looking at one of the worst performing DMs in the league to the best performing DM in the league, arguably in the world right now.
I'd stick Fred on him, you know that time.
So
Just have Fred on him, innit? Just get up there and absolutely just dismantle
Press
him.
machine, get him further forward, and
Show him why he doesn't actually start for Brazil. You know what I mean? One of them ones. Yeah.
It's actually mad. This is
astonishing that Man United since December 10th have been scoring in every single game, and I think the key factor for Liverpool this game is to keep the clean sheet and take their chances from a set piece, from a counter attack, even from a mistake from somebody in the midfield. But how can you stop Man United from scoring? That team that has been scoring, even when you lost to Arsenal, you still scored 2. You went to the Emirates and scored 2. So how can they stop you from scoring? I think this is the big thing. Because if Liverpool want to win this game, they're going to win it like 1-0 or 2-0 even on a counter or something.
We scored 2 of the Emirates.
They score. No, I'm talking about to keep Man United out of scoring because they have been scoring in every game, even when they lose. This is the key. I think.
I don't see them. I'll be honest with you, Mo. I don't see them stopping us scoring. I think we do score. I said to Grizz just before Monts came on, I think if Liverpool win this game, they have to score goals. They have to outscore us. It's either a 2-1 or a 3-2 because we are going to get moments where we have chances, and it's just about picking the right balls at the right time. Small detail. Weghorst, big up for what he's been doing, for example. But look at the game last week against Newcastle. We're 2-0 up. Wan-Bissaka comes on and makes that great tackle against St. Maximin in the first 5 minutes of the second half. 3-on-2. Weghorst picks the wrong pass, and obviously then Newcastle go on an attack. But that's the game done. 3-0, game dead and buried. We will get moments like that where if we score first, we silence the Anfield crowd, which I'm talking hypothetical. We score first, we might not. But we're going to get moments in transition where we've seen teams run at Liverpool. We've seen Newcastle play Liverpool with 10 men and get moments. This Liverpool team, for me, in midfield, can't do the work it used to do. And that's what Liverpool specialised on. And with Fred in there with a dynamic play he does, Bruno's, like a marathon body. He can play every 2 days at the football park. And Casemiro, a leader who's going to usher them. I think we are going to get moments in the transition. And it's about us picking the right passes and picking the right moments. Now, I look at Liverpool's attack. Do I believe in Salah, Nunez, and Jota picking the right passes in the final third over our attack?
Salah,
I don't. I feel like
Salah.
Bruno, Rashford, Anthony, Weghorst, even with his decision-making, we will pick the right moments. And we've got to be clinical. I'm not saying 5-0 or anything like that because, Liverpool coming down us last year. I've seen us in 2009, a great United team, Aurelio and De Sena coming and beating us 4-1. This is a proper derby. For me, this is still the biggest game in English football. You're hearing me, people? This is the game everyone talks about. Manchester United, Liverpool, and we need to go there and win because Liverpool are going to be better next season. We're also going to be better, but we need to beat them while we can now. And this is our moment. We need to seize it, because people talk about title talk. Me and Cass are saying, don't bring us into that. But if United still want to be in that conversation, we need to go to Anfield and win because after this, Newcastle away, Chelsea at home, Tottenham away. They are 3 toughest games the rest of the season. We can win all of them. So I'm not saying that we're in a title race, but if we beat Liverpool and overcome another mental obstacle that we haven't done for years to come, why can't we go on and win a lot of our games? So
it is. You're right, because that was the moment that we believed we're back as well, so to speak, when we went to Old Trafford and smashed you.
These wins are huge psychologically.
That's why, because we hadn't done that in ages. Even with our great teams, we hadn't beaten you. You guys always used to turn us over. Doesn't matter how good the teams were. But that's when we went there and beat you guys, that's when we knew, okay, we're back. And I think Man United are at a similar stage now. You need to prove to yourselves, maybe. Your fan base definitely needs convincing, I think. I think a lot of your chat is based on just making yourselves feel good about yourselves. I'm being honest. I think it is.
So you don't think we've actually been good, really, to what the fans have made out to be then, Grizz?
I don't think you're on a level where you should be going to Anfield expecting a win. I think you're good. I think you're definitely on the comeback trail. But to have this much
you
chest
can't really
and
ever expect to win.
No, but you are. Majority of the Liverpool.
I expect to win.
There you go. Yeah, and it's fine.
Okay.
But that's not making me feel good. I genuinely believe it. Not because it makes me feel good.
Grizz, you don't
Logically,
think that Manchester
Majority-
United are actually exceeding Manchester City now? And Manchester City were very confident going to Anfield that they're going to win. They lost, but they were so confident. Do you think Man United are not on the level of Man City yet?
No, of course not.
this season.
They're not.
This season,
Yeah, you're not.
Grizz.
Post World Cup, just post World Cup.
Yeah, Man City.
What do you mean just post World Cup? World Cup happened 3 months ago, G.
Man City. So
That's
what,
not the whole season, is it?
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on. Are you going to finish? Are you going to finish above Man City?
I think we will.
Well, that's it. Then if you do, then I'll be proved wrong. I think Man City are going to still possibly.
Honestly, I believe. Sorry, go on.
Man City are a better team. Man City is still a better team than you guys, in my opinion. But as I said,
sorry, Chris, just to interrupt, bro. What Man City are we talking about? We're talking about this current Man City, clearly. Then, yeah. So,
Yeah.
And
This
again,
season,
and this is an inconsistent Man City. So, if you do finish above them, fair dues to you. But I don't think it's the craziest achievement in the way that Man City.
No,
it's not an achievement to finish.
even if you look at their two games, I think obviously we know they beat you guys 6-2 or whatever at their ground, 6-3, and at your ground, I think majority of the footballing people know that was offside. You know, that Rashford goal, and you turned it on. You know, and the momentum was with you guys. But if you guys think you're better than Man City, that's up to you lot. I'm not getting involved with that conversation. Not neutral, because
I does think that.
Because I don't think that goal was offside, by the way.
Wait, you don't?
I don't think Ty thinks that goal was onside, by the way. Look
You want to get City?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm riding with that. Yeah. I'm balanced. You know I'm balanced as well. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then you think I'm the worst.
But just wrapping up that point, I just think, you're in a very good place. Season ain't finished. You've won the League Cup. We've had an awful, everyone openly is calling it the worst Liverpool side they've ever seen. I hear all of that. But football doesn't just flip like that. Like, I know everyone's saying end of an era. And say again? No, but they've gone through hell, innit, and back. The owner's been kicked out of the country and shit.
He still
That's
spent
not small.
600 million, bro.
But I think this is
money's not the cure of everything, man. Exactly, they spent money, so it's not a thing. I just think, I don't know what the bookies are. I'm not a betting man, so I don't know what the odds are and shit. But I think most people would say draw is probably the most favored result in this game. I wouldn't make either team clear favorites.
It could be a draw, but Grizz, this is what I'm worried about. Football fans, we speak a lot. You know, me, you and Mo do the Eurostars. We say that people are not quick to praise, but they're quick to diss teams. If we don't win against Liverpool, there'll be some people say, "Oh, look, you couldn't even beat this Liverpool side." It's a derby, and no matter where your position is in the league, if you look at your best 11, that best 11 is definitely better than 10th place. So yes, it's a poorer Liverpool than what we've seen in a few years, but it's not the worst Liverpool we've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? You've beaten other probably worse teams than what you've got right now.
Many Robertson,
Van Dijk, Konate, Trent. And
many Liverpool fans will tell you it's the worst, man.
That's fair, but I disagree. But the fact is, if we win, I still think it's a huge win going to Liverpool, no matter what position they're in.
Not about what happens time.
I agree. This is what I'm saying. For you guys to be really convinced. Okay, let me put it to you guys. If you don't win, if we beat you, are you going to be convinced that you're back still?
It's one game, so I'm not going to take.
On my expectations, I've already said it.
I'll be pissed off in the result.
I've been consistent with this. If Liverpool beat us, I will 100% come on stream black. I got it wrong, bro. But it doesn't mean I don't think it doesn't mean I don't think we're back just because we lost against Liverpool.
But this is my point, Kaz. This is what I'm saying. Try and deep what I'm saying, guys. Look at what your reaction was to that. This is why I'm saying that you're saying all this to be positive. You don't generally. You're still unsure if.
I know we're a bit short. No, I know we're a bit short. We're exceeding.
Okay, so that's
sure we're back.
There you go. See,
the Cass is sure. Cass is sure we're back. I'm saying that Cass is sure we're back. I'm saying that we're exceeding what my expectations were this season. So
and that's understandable. That's normal. But this is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm not saying we're back.
Not fully. We're not back. Yeah, we're not back.
But that's my point. So that's my point. When as a Liverpool fan, I'm speaking to you from my experience. When we went to Old Trafford, who we just couldn't beat, hella draws. Even how good we were, just kept drawing it. Do you remember 1-1, 0-0, whatever. When we went there, and smoked you lot, that's when we knew we're back. So I'm not expecting you lot to smoke us, but I'm definitely expecting from Man United point of view, if we go to Anfield and get this hoodoo out of our heads, you know what? We're back. Because all you lot are talking about is the mentality. Casemiro, Varane, winners, Bruno, winner, Rashford on fire, Ten Hag instilling this mentality. If you're not going to beat us now, this run is going to continue where you don't beat us. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not we don't put the pressure on the players. I'm putting the pressure on us as fans, as friends. Yeah. The players don't give a shit of what Grizz Khan's talking or what we're talking. But I'm telling you now, if you guys don't beat this Liverpool team, you ain't back.
No, we're not back because you can't call it back when you've just.
I know, but that was my initial point at the start of the conversation.
We're not fully back because you need consistency. You need consistency. You need consistency over that. But you don't need to smash Liverpool to realize that we're back.
I didn't say smash.
But even if we smash you 4-0, yeah? Even if we smash you 4-0, I wouldn't say, this Man United team's back.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cass.
But you're saying that without smashing us.
No.
He's saying without smashing us.
Yeah, no, I don't think even smashing Liverpool, because unless you was Liverpool that were the Liverpool of last season and then we beat you, then it's a different one. But knowing this Liverpool of this season, it's just taking advantage. It's like of the situation for what it is.
But this is my point, Cass. Over the years, we've been in that situation where Man United are there for the taking, and we've not been able to get it over mentally because we play the occasion, not the game. As we've said, if you play the game, your strongest 11 against our 11 right now, it's not even a competition. We've rattled it off. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. It's a mentality thing. And because you claim to have the new mentality monsters, I think you need to go and beat Liverpool. I'm just trying
I don't think we need. I see what you're saying.
If you don't, then it's just another good season for you.
For me, I don't think it's a need because we're exceeding our expectations. If we go to Liverpool and win, we win. But being back is like winning, titles and going for the big Champions League and stuff like that. However,
check this out. Exactly.
No matter what, we're exceeding our expectations.
A lot of people have been asking me, are you scared? Are you jealous? Or are you worried that Man United are going to get new owners and this and that? I said, no. And people are like, oh, salt. Oh, your chat. Look, oh my God. How much salt is coming off you? Bro, sort yourself out. Fix yourself. I said, no. They go, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to be worried. I'm going to be jealous. I'm going to be scared when Man United are winning trebles again. When you're winning Champions Leagues again. When you're trebles. That's when I'm going to be scared, worried. They got money. I don't give a shit. They just spent £1 billion in the last 10 years. What? And what? They can spend another £1 billion and still not be. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be worried and jealous when they start winning domestic trophies after trophy. Like I grew up watching them. They hurt my childhood. That's when I know. That's when I'm going to be angry. I don't give a shit how much money they got. They're always going to have money.
Yeah, fair. So fair. Do you know what, Mo? I want to say something to what Grizz. What I'm understanding that Grizz is saying, Man United fans should not go to Anfield and be that confident that they're going to get a win.
I agree. No. I think they should be confident, but I don't think they should be confident that they're back. That's the point I was trying to make. At the start,
I'm hearing that they're all.
I'm confident we should be beating you. That's all I'm trying to say.
And that's fine. Yeah, I hear that.
But we're not back.
Yeah, we're not back now.
I know. What are we saying though? Like, do you reckon Man United's going to go and succeed your expectations?
What do you mean by my expectations?
Talk to me nicely, bruv. That's what I'm trying to say. Talk to my club nicely. That's what I'm saying to you.
I see. When you give it all that.
Yeah. Go on. Get confident. Telling you going to beat us 3-1 on Sunday. Go on. I dare you.
Listen, see me. I'm not going to fall for your stupid tricks, innit? I know we're capable of beating you. I know this. We know this. I'm still at this point right now. I don't think we're winning this game. I'm not convinced enough by what I'm seeing from Liverpool. What it keeps me optimistic is Virgil coming back on 4 straight clean sheets. And that for the level Liverpool have been playing at this season, that is a big achievement for the level we've played at. We have been arse and cheeks. Like seriously, arse and cheeks. Shout out George. But you know what? I'll be real. If Wan-Bissaka starts this game, I don't think we're scoring.
What? Whole one biscuit? Scared of one biscuit?
One manager can change a fortune of a player, man. Like this guy was. How a manager can change a fortune of a player? This guy was not labeled a footballer just last year. Just last year. Look at him now. This is
only
what Ten
2
Hag
months
did.
ago, Mo. People thought he was leaving 2 months
But
ago.
one
Look
question
at
though: who's your
this.
second highest goal scorer, by the way? Who's your second highest goal scorer? Apart from Rashford?
I don't know. It could be Bruno. It could be Fred right now. It could be anyone.
Who is your second highest?
I don't actually don't
Look
know.
it up.
I'll
Look
get
it
it
up. Look it up. Somebody look it up.
I am looking.
So
at
what
it.
are you trying to lead to saying we
No,
are?
just somebody look it up. Just
I'm
somebody
looking-
look it up.
Bruno
I
Fernandes,
don't know.
5 goals. Bruno Fernandes, 5 goals.
No, he's got 7 goals.
No.
Right.
In the league, he got 5 goals.
Oh, in the league. Well,
Wait.
Bruno's
I
got
know Mo's
7,
got a point
Fred's
of
got
this.
6,
Mo's got a
Casemiro.
point
One
of
sec.
this.
Garnacho's got
My
4,
man's wrong,
Sancho's got 5, Casemiro's got 5, Anthony's got 6, Anthony Martial's got 6, Fred's got 6, Bruno Fernandes has
okay.
got 7.
I'm
So there's a
talking
lot of
about in
different
the
goal
league.
scorers.
In the league.
I'm getting this off BBC Sport right now.
Who has 5 goals in the league? Fred.
I'm not too sure if it's in the league. I'm just getting off BBC because it's the first one I
What's
come
your
up.
point? Go on, because I know.
Go on. What's your point? Bruno Fernandes is the second goal scoring with 5 goals in the league with 1 penalty.
Right. So my point with that is that if you do stop Rashford from scoring the goal, that is a big chunk of Manchester United's goals gone. I'm not saying they're not incapable of scoring. There are, as I said, Casemiro is capable of getting a goal in a big game. You've seen it in the final. Fernandes is still a goal threat with his shooting ability. We're not blind, but at the end of the day, I think nullifying Rashford, if we can successfully do that, gives us a better chance than it does. It gives us a much better chance, I feel like, because in Liverpool, even though there's no out-and-out top goal scorer for us, you could say Mo in all competitions, but in the league, there's no leading goal
You know what?
scorer.
I like this myth about Rashford. That you stop Rashford and you stop a big chunk. Of course, that is like any top goal scorer. You stop Salah, then where's your goals coming from? It's the same kind of thing. But the thing is, Man United, like, it's like, no, it is true because it's the same respect, yeah. Because last game, Rashford still played out home, came on 60th minute. We scored 3 goals from 3 different
scores
scorers.
against Liverpool.
Wait. Against Barcelona, one of the best oppositions in Europe, or well, in their league, let's say that in the league, Rashford didn't score in that game either. I can go to many different games where we've still got goals, more than 2, where Rashford hasn't actually scored in a game.
I actually think Monts. Arsenal have 10 goal scorers. Manchester United have 10 goal scorers. The fact that the goals are actually distributed on different people says that Man United, anybody can score.
Because that man has 3, 4, and 5 goals, don't mean they're going to be chipping in when Rashford don't score. Rashford has scored, I think, in the last 15 games. Rashford scored in 13 of them. So, let me run with what I'm saying for a sec. Yeah. You man are talking it's the same thing for Salah. It's not the same thing for Salah if we're talking domestically. It's not.
Who scores for you then?
Salah's on 8 goals.
Let him run.
Again, let me run, bro. Salah's on 8 goals, I believe, in the Prem. 8 or 9 goals. Nunes is on 6 goals. You've got that's it really. So bro, like for me, there's no clear goal scorer. Oh, sorry, Firmino's on 7 goals as well. My bad. That's the one I was trying to think.
He scored like 5 of them against Bournemouth though, right?
No, we didn't.
Something like that, right?
Okay.
He scored like 3 or 4 against Bournemouth, I swear.
He also scored, bro. He also scored against he scored against Arsenal as well. So what am I talking about?
Yeah, but
let's come back to it. I think Grizz has got to make a move.
Grizz is going to make
All I'm saying is,
Monts, we're staying on. Monts, we're going to stay on for a bit. We're going to come back to it. Grizz, big up for coming on every single time, brother.
No problem, man. You don't need to. No. You don't need to thank me, man. All that business.
Nah, you know what it is.
I'm just like, you know what I mean. Like, zombie fight right now, man. 4 hours non-stop, man.
We'll talk after. You know, we'll talk
casual
after,
day,
man.
Yeah, man. I ain't used to this work rate, man.
Go and get that garlic. Go and get that good food.
Like Vegetich, man. I ain't used to this work rate, man. I'm, you know what I mean? Like young.
Make sure you subscribe, people. As well, Grizz's channel down below. There's 300 of you here, so I want to see over 300 likes, people. Monts' channel down below. Kopish and Trafford Tunnel, where me and Cass do Man United stuff. So yeah, man, and love to Grizz every single time.
Nah, big up, man. Listen, we'll do a quick prediction, innit? Like you will obviously want a prediction.
You lot can go on. I'll listen.
Well, you ain't doing a prediction, no?
Yes, he
My
is.
show ain't ended yet.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
WhatsApp me your prediction, innit? Okay.
will.
Well, what's your prediction? I haven't heard it.
2-1 Man United.
Kaz, 4-0, 3-0.
No, I actually think it's going to be 2-1 Man United. I didn't say we were going to smash you, like. I think we're still going to win, but I still say 2-1. And
Take
like
2 wins in the bank.
Liverpool are still Liverpool, bro. Like whether I like it or not, I will come with the biggest chest, and then in the end, I'll be like, yeah, we're going to win 2-1.
2-1.
I didn't say how we're going to win.
But I wouldn't put my life on 2-1. To be honest, like this game, man, like after what you did to Man City, nobody can just sit here and say
Still the heavyweights, man. Still the biggest game.
Exactly.
Like I said to you, still the
they
biggest
can
game.
snatch it 1-0 or something.
Yeah, I think it's going to be mad tight. Pause. Shut
Come on.
Pause business. Get out of here, man. I'm gonna say 2-0 Man United.
Okay, fair. Wow. On that note, Grizz, 6:30 Sunday, we'll talk.
Always a pleasure. We keep up, man. We keep up. All
Take care, bro.
Take care. Bye bye.
care.
When I press the red button, yeah.
Or
hang
just
up the call.
exit,
Yeah,
We'll cross it off. We'll just cross off. Yeah,
All
it
right,
should
in a
move.
bit.
Take care. Do you know what, Monts? I know Castle's going to come back to you. You see what you just said, though? Contradicted yourself. Because I swear you just said all the numbers that your second and third goal scores are the same as ours. But we're playing better as a team, so...
No. I'm not saying. I just said our goals are slightly more distributed. So it's like, even though Salah's probably the biggest goal threat this season, he hasn't really been a crazy goal threat domestically. He hasn't really been. Do you know what I mean? He's getting goals here and there with below par average performances. If we're keeping it a buck with Salah, if we're keeping it a buck,
Are you just saying just Premier League domestic can also mean?
Yeah. Premier League, yeah.
Cool.
If we're keeping it a
I'm
buck,
so glad you said that.
So for me, I don't know. I think even though we're not exactly scintillating going forward, there's more of an even spread of threat. That's the point I'm making. It's an even spread of goal threat. That goal threat might not be all the way here. It might be right here, but it's still an even spread of goal threat. For me, domestically, Man United's goal threat is here, Rashford, there, Fernandes, there.
But every time Rashford has scored in a goal, another goal
See what
scorer
I'm
has
saying?
popped. Another goal scorer has popped up. You say about spread, but it has been spread.
It's easy to talk about goals when the first one goes in. It's easy to do that, bro. When Rashford when no one scored and someone needs to step up, it's a different story. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so all right, like as I said, I can go through some of the results if you really wanted to. Where Rashford, yeah, maybe has scored in a couple then, but it's not always the case.
A couple.
Yeah, no, goodbye. I'm not. Why am I? The evidence is Rashford's still gonna play, G. It doesn't even matter, bro.
The point I'm not making is
like Bruno Fernandes was the first one to score against Palace and all this kind of stuff. Like we can do this.
I still think Rashford scores. Rashford was scoring against Liverpool when he had blonde hair, when he had blonde highlights in his headpiece, bro. And he couldn't control the ball. He was still scoring against Liverpool even then.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he ain't gonna score. I'm saying if we do stop him from goal scoring, that's a big bonus, and it could be a way for us to go and find a way to get a result that way, because that's the way we have to look at the game, because that's where Liverpool are at right now.
No, I just think we take. I just think you just play one inverted fullback or whatever on whatever side, and you just absolutely dominate that midfield, because they're gonna. I think you man are gonna have to do a lot of tracking back.
Yeah,
I just don't know what. I just don't know which way.
I'm just not gonna.
I just don't know which way Eric Ten Hag's gonna approach the game. That's my biggest.
Yeah, is he gonna go Anthony on the right? Is he gonna come to midfield?
I actually don't think that. I don't think actually the question is how Eric Ten Hag is gonna approach the game. I think it's Jurgen Klopp. Is he gonna defend or he's gonna try to press? It's not about Ten Hag this game. I think this game is about Jurgen Klopp, to be honest. It's about how he's gonna set up his team. Is he gonna sit back? Is he gonna play counter attack? Or is he gonna press? It's not about. I don't know. You guys want to make it about Ten Hag. It's not. Monts, do you think is this the right thing, like Klopp to press or to sit deep and play counter to your strength at the moment?
What he should be doing, playing 4-4-2 like he did against Arsenal earlier on in the season when we went 4-4-2 and Salah was up front and he started cooking. That's what we should be doing. But that's not what we're going to do. We're going to play the false nine. Harvey Elliott's going to start, and we might see Milner or Henderson. So yeah, it's hard out here. It's hard out.
Ah, man.
I'm imagining he goes for the Brexit midfield. I'm hoping he goes for the Brexit midfield. Harvey Elliott, Fabinho Henderson, or somewhere, or Milner in there.
You know what? All I can say is I'm tired. I want to bring on this game Sunday.
Yeah, I can't wait. Anyway,
all I'm saying is it's D-Day, innit? It's D-Day.
We'll see how it is. But guys, it has been a pleasure. Over 300 of you here. Get these likes up if you can. Just before we end the stream, it looks like this. It's free. It looks like this. It's free, man. Just do it.
Yeah, do that, people.
Just do it. And hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Saturday night debate after all the games.
And then rivals at 12 on Sunday, and then call-in show Sunday. So it's all coming thick and fast, man. 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. So obviously, man, let's get into it. But big up everyone that's watched as well. Make sure you do subscribe to all the channels as well. Grizz's channel down below, Kopish, Trafford Tunnel, our Man United one, and make sure you subscribe to here if you're new as well.
Don't forget Big Six Bands. Big Six Bands.
Oh, Matt, and Denzel Washington, people, and Denzel Washington's channel, please. Big Six Bands.
Okay.
Harry Lamptey.
And see you guys. We're out.
Peace.